you would like to contact us, the Coffee Morning is still in full swing, and in fact our local MP, Julian Huppert, has now arrived, and I'm about to go out and speak to him. If you would like to contact us, please do so by email, studio@cambridge105.fm, or in fact you can text us 07919 070 490. Now I'm going to... The studio is actually packed with people on laptops at the moment for some reason or other. But we're going out. We're going out now. Julian Huppert. Hello.
Hi. How are you?
I'm absolutely fine. How are you? Welcome to Cambridge 105.
Hey, it's great to be back here. I mean, I've been here a number of times before, but not always at this time of day.
Well, this has been a big success this morning, actually. It's quieter now than it was, but earlier it was absolutely buzzing. It's such a great idea, this coffee morning, isn't it?
It's a really great idea, the way it's happening in so many places. It's really good that Cambridge 105's got involved. I mean, it's been... I've been told that it's quieter now than it was. There's not that much spare room in here at the moment anyway, so I'm slightly glad I didn't come when it was quite full. But yeah, there's really good food, and it's in a really, really good cause, of course, and so that's what makes a huge difference.
It is. Macmillan Cancer is just a fantastic cause. We've been talking about it all morning actually on air and saying, you know, that the support it gives, not just people with cancer, but everybody around them, it is an amazing charity.
Yeah, I mean, it does a huge amount, and I think, you know, it's not until you really have a relative who is affected by cancer that you really see through all the details, the different stages, not just the physical, biological stages, but actually the emotional stages of coping with things, you know, depending what people are going through, whether it's hair loss, whether it's lymphedema afterwards. I mean, there's a whole lot of issues that people have to deal with, and the work that Macmillan does is really helpful to so many people.
It really is. It really is. Have you been to quite a few of these this morning, or is this the first one? Are we special?
You are, of course, very special. No, I've had a whole range of things that I've been doing. So I started the morning at St Luke's School giving out milk for World School Milk Day. And it was great to see the kids how excited they were about having their fresh milk. I've been looking at the St John Ambulance cycle response teams, which are able to help save lives. It's been very medical. I also dropped into the Anglo-Ruskin Student Union Freshers' Fair, which was great fun to see the students just coming to Cambridge for the very first time in many cases.
You've earned your cake today.
And more too. I'm actually off to see a Paralympian about how we make sure some of the pavements in Cambridge actually are suitable for people in wheelchairs, so the day never stops.
Brilliant, and I was doing a bit of Googling about you, and I see that you've been named Internet Hero of the Year.
Yes, indeed. No, that was a huge honor. That's from the Internet Service Providers Association, and I've been doing things to try and stop the communications data bill, which was an idea that the government should be allowed to keep track of everything you do online, every website you go to, all that sort of thing, and I've fought against other things like Digital Economy Act and a range of other things. The citation was quite worrying because it said I was the only MP who fully understood the internet. The problem is I know how little I understand about how the internet actually works, and I think it's saying more alarming things about everybody else. And how many MPs just don't get it, which is a problem because it affects all of our lives. No,
you're absolutely right, and for members of the public as well. I think most people don't understand how the internet works actually, and when you've got children, how careful you have to be. It's a big problem actually.
Absolutely, and as a result, people often put their faith in the idea of filters and controls, which actually we know get bypassed. Kids are quite able to get past things, and the most important thing for most of the child safety, and I've talked to people from the NSPCC and many others, is to talk to your children. And actually relying on a switch and hoping that will be fine is never going to work. Getting engaged, talking them through, like you would with any other issue. You know, you teach them not to stick their fingers into a toaster. You don't try and lock the toaster away.
That's true.
You would always try to engage with a child. That's far more effective.
Yes. Well, I'm glad that at least one of our MPs is savvy about the internet. Thank you very much for coming along, and thank you very much for speaking to us today.
Well, thank you for giving me the chance and for hosting this wonderful coffee morning. I'm sure lots of money will have been raised.
I sincerely hope so. They're hoping to beat their last total of £15 million. So, not at this coffee morning, of course.
It's not that crowded in here.
But generally. So we really hope that's a success. Thank you very much indeed.
Okay. Thank you.
Cambridge 105.